Some people might have a problem with this scenario, and me personally, and you personally, we don't have a problem with that scenario. And I that's what I guess that's really what defines a lot of people, is like their perspective on what when they see something good or bad in the world. Like that's why there's so many different mixed opinions about whether or not there's more good or bad in the world, because some people can see it through see it through a different lens of like the intention matters, and it could ruin the positivity it brings just by the intention alone being evil or selfish or objectifying. Like that in and of itself can just ruin a whole thing for somebody. Like somebody who is giving to the needy, and but they're doing it because of spite or because they look down on them or whatever, because they didn't do it for the goodness of their hearts, that automatically the actions that they took, even though it didn't do anything bad to those needy people, the people in need, that all of a sudden makes like the net positive that they did canceled out. And like that's kind of crazy for me. Some people really do have that opinion.
Yeah. And, well, even though I might disagree with such opinions or things in that realm, I know that they're necessary, so that there's always a contrast to every person's experience. That experience that someone gets from experiencing bad and then emerging good, you can never go back from it. You become the person that you are, and you're good despite or in spite of all the bad that there is. And then you become this bright light, so to speak, as cliche as this might sound. Wherever you go, you add goodness. And no amount of bad around you, unless probably your death, but is going to make anything, is going to be bad, or is going to be, going to put you down because you've already seen it.
Yeah. It's a very much of like whether or not you see the world half full, half empty, or see the world as is. I don't know, like I know we're talking subjectivity here, and so it's like more so like it's like that's why I question myself on this. It's like I question it because it's like, am I only seeing the good because I want to see it, or am I only seeing the bad in the world because I'm having a bad day, or am I selfishly, purposely not seeing the suffering and the bad in the world and not acknowledging it and validating it because I still want to believe that there's good. There's like an ethical thing, a little bit ethical vibe to that too, when I think about this question. I don't know. What do you think about that? What's your
Well,
thoughts?
I mean, in the theme of this channel, I want to bring up anime.
Sure.
And I think we might have mentioned anime in the past before. In particular, for this case, would be Kenshin. And I'm not going to talk about Kenshin too much, but I want to put out a small theme that is very subtle and essentially boils down to, like, be the good that you want to see. But more than just being the good that you want to see, it expresses in one episode or two that's also very dangerous, and it needs to be channeled by the wisdom of knowing the value or being the value or expressing the value of not picking any particular side. For example, you can have people in this world who belong to a certain side or who believe in a certain type of philosophy, and they want to do good in the world. They are good people, but because of the angle that they take when trying to do good, because oftentimes it's hard to do it by yourself, you need a group of people to do it, it ends up causing a lot more bad because you belong to a side. That is to say that, from bouncing off of what you said, are you good, or do you see good because that's what you want to see, or do you see bad because you just are in a bad way and you just see bad? It's, in my opinion, more along the lines that when you are the good that you want to see, you will see more good by the mere fact that you're a good person yourself. It has nothing to do with what you're seeing or what you're experiencing. Because a good person, even though they're experiencing bad times or even are going through horrible times in their life, generally speaking, they'll remain good, even when they do bad things themselves as a response to the bad things that are going on around them. they can still on the inside be good people, uh, and
Yeah.
vice versa. But I want to focus on the good here.
Yeah, dude. This also reminds me of
uh,
the episode that we talked about with forgiveness and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's like even though there's people who do bad, there's always like redemption. There's always like a way to be good. Still, there's always a way to turn things around.
right. Um, it's a very good thing, in my opinion, to make these things relatable to things that people could actually experience for themselves. And I guess you could say in this case, forms of art. But the idea remains,
Yeah,
subjectively, when you have uh, like a bad day, and then just like usually, like for example, very easy to relate. If you're having a bad day, someone cuts you off, you just like you can blow up. Like, oh, this motherfucker here,
yeah. Oh
like
my god, I've
uh,
had that. Today was a day like where I was stressing the f out about a lot of things, and I'm like, oh, everything's ruined, everything, and you just get into that mindset of like, man, and then you just start to see a lot of bad. I think there's like it's like a roller coaster. It's like some days you think, man, the bad is winning out today. The bad is just winning out. I don't think it's like a inconsistent battle. Like every so often you'll see a bunch of bad things happening, and then you're like, man, is bad winning? Is the bad in the world winning? And then this is why I say subscribing to like some good news sites where like they just say happy stuff and like positive things. Then you're like, okay, yeah, I needed that. I needed
look,
to be reminded that their good also exists still, and they're also fighting their own fight. You know?
eh, I I think that sounds stupid. Well, I mean, I'm sure to some people it'll sound right on the money, and to others it sounds stupid. I don't care, but it's like not in a hippie way. But I would advise anyone and everyone to just practice seeing the good, because it will like free you. Like it would give you freedoms beyond your
Dude.
imaginings.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
telling you, I've seen it. I've lived it.
Oh
If
dude, yeah.
someone cuts me off, I could easily be, oh, like people can't drive, blah blah blah, and just like get upset. But then I could also, someone cuts me off and he's like, I can see he's in a hurry. I'm like, yo, maybe this man in the
Yeah.
last like 10 minutes got a text like, hey, if you come here within the next 10 minutes, you can have whatever you want. I'm like, oh yeah.
Dude,
I mean, I wanna get out of this man's way. Maybe
dude, I feel that on
you know,
such a deep level. You don't even know, man.
or maybe
That's a
he's
personal
like,
thing for me, man.
maybe he's like, his wife having
Yeah.
a birth, and he's like far away from the hospital just to get there, right?
Yo.
Or maybe this person's just having a bad day themselves, and they didn't cut you off because they're a piece of shit, who
Dude,
doesn't know the law,
man,
right?
turns out,
Maybe
you
they
know
didn't even
what?
realize.
Turns out, what if they just cut you off just because they were just like, I was late to work. I was like, you motherfucker.
Even if they were like, I'm gonna cut this man off because I just need something today, like
Yeah,
they just
I just need
that
one
little
win.
thing.
I just need one fucking win.
Yeah,
Let me
bro.
win something, God. No.
And just
Not today, Satan.
it's just like it's how you perceive it. Like you just like, oh man, he must really be in a hurry. He must have some real bad shit going on in his life, and
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
just gonna
right?
let this man go.
You could just
I'm
be
so,
like, I'm glad I'm not that guy. Yo, today though,
I'm
today was
telling you.
really like that. I'm gonna tell you about today when I was like driving to breakfast, right? And there was this dude that just cut me off or was doing some weird stuff, and I'm in one lane and he's in the other lane, and he just keeps inching forward just a little bit, and it started making me laugh so hard, because I'm just like, he might as well just go through the red light at this point. You're already into the intersection. He keeps rolling out. me, my brother's watching me, and I'm just like laughing at him. That's oh man, that was hilarious. Yeah, this guy. But anyway, so I feel that on a real level, man. Sometimes you gotta make so not just like take the time to like see the positives and things. Sometimes you need to laugh. Sometimes you just need to not take life too seriously so that you can find something funny about it. So life can be really hilarious at times. Even the bad, especially to be honest, especially the bad things, can be so hilarious if you have the right mindset and like the right amount of irony, the right amount of contrast to like the situations that be happening in the world, the coincidences that be happening in the world, that you're just like, yo, what are the freaking chances? What are the chances that this happened today of all days? And you can either take it as like this is the world smiting me today, or you could take it as like the chances of this is happening is astronomical, and that is hilarious in and of itself. You know how many times that's happened to me in my life where I'm like,
Tell me about it.
yo, the chances of this obscure event happening at this right exact time and making my day so difficult that you're just like, of course, my God, somebody's pulling a prank on me right now. And if there was a God in this world, he's laughing his ass off right now up in the clouds.